I'm also gonna need to eat words. So there's, I don't know if it's necessarily like a saying, but I've heard a lot of people over time just, like a hot tip is to not go grocery shopping when you're hungry, because then you end up buying things that you don't necessarily need or want just cuz you're hungry. And I sort of feel like that's the same for me when I do these taste testings, that I probably shouldn't do them when I'm hungry, because having Oreos for lunch probably isn't like the move, but like because I'm hungry, it's gonna end up being the move. Okay, so hi, hello, welcome. I'm not exactly sure why my eyes are watering, but either way, I am very excited about today's video because it has been a hot minute since I have been able to do an entire Oreo taste testing video. Well, I guess it's not technically the whole video because the last thing is Nutter Butter, but it falls under Nabisco, who makes Oreo, and it's along the Oreo lines because it is a cakester along with Oreo Cakesters. It is a Nutter Butter Cakester. Either way, I am very excited for today's video. There are two brand new Oreos. One of them is permanent, part of their new, or is new and part of their permanent collection. And then the other one is a limited edition. So I have both of those, plus both of the Cakesters, and I'm very excited. I'm also really excited because I just keep eyeing. So when I brought in the bag of all of my stuff from my car, so if the Cakesters end up being a little frozen, it's because I accidentally forgot that I left them in my car. But when I was there buying the Cakesters, because I found them at Walmart, I also happened to find, this is Cinnamon Toast Crunch made with Cinnadust cookie mix, Dunkaroos Rainbow and Marshmallow Sugar Cookie Mix, and then Lucky Charms Complete Marshmallow Pancake Mix. So the three of these items will all be in a video coming sometime very soon. But I just thought I would mention that and throw that out there because I'm very excited for this one. But I'm also very excited for this one because the flavors of Oreos look fantastic. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so the first Oreo is called Ultimate Chocolate. And so essentially it has 3 different layers or flavors of chocolate cream on the inside. There are 3 different types of chocolate cream on the inside of this cookie. Does it give a better description somewhere? There isn't really a description. You can just see that there's 3 different layers, I guess. Well, let's see if you can actually see them in the Oreo. Okay, so you can kind of, sort of, maybe see the 3 layers. I'm not sure how well it'll get picked up on camera, but I can tell that there's kind of 3 layers in here. It's hard to see unless you're really looking at them, so I'm not sure if the camera will pick them up at all. But there are 3 different layers of 3 different shades of chocolate cream in here. So they're quite thick, obviously. And quick question though, because this is important. What is your personal preference of cream level? Do you prefer Oreo thins, regular, double stuffed, mega stuffed, the most stuff? Where do you lie? And I'm actually kind of curious if there's 3 different layers of chocolate in here, what this would technically be, because I don't think it's the most stuff, but this has to be at least mega stuffed because there's quite a bit in here. But okay, let's try it. Okay, so I'm not sure if I remembered to mention or not, but this one is the one that's limited edition. I'm struggling to decide how I feel. So it's definitely chocolatey. It's delicious. I personally, so my preference is the mega stuffed are my favorite. The most stuffed are a little too much for me, but the mega stuffed are my favorite. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what these would be compared to. And so I really enjoy the amount of cream that's on the inside, but it just kind of tastes like a chocolate Oreo. I'm not sure if it's really supposed to taste like anything special or anything like that. I do think that something that would have made it more fun is if there was some kind of like chocolatey crunch on the inside to add an extra level to the ultimate chocolate, but it kind of just tasted like if it was a mega stuffed chocolate Oreo as opposed to an ultimate chocolate with this like insanely over chocolatey flavor. It was just like this is a mega stuffed chocolate Oreo. So I don't know if maybe that might essentially just have been what they were going for. But if they had really wanted to go ultimate chocolate, I think a fun little crunch on the inside would have made this what I kind of thought it was going to be. So it's good. If you like chocolate, if you like chocolate Oreos, if you would really like the idea of there being a chocolate cream on the inside, you'll probably really enjoy these. I mean, they're absolutely delicious. They're Oreos. I think because it says ultimate, I was expecting like it to hit a different level, but I mean, I don't know, they're good. So like I think I'd give them like 7 out of 10. Like they get the 7 because the taste is there, but they get points knocked off because I think my expectations, hello, this is silly if you don't know. But I think my expectations may have been a little too high. Okay, so I must admit that I was definitely more excited about this new Oreo than the Ultimate Chocolate. So these next ones, and these ones are part of their permanent collection, so these are now, you should be able to find them most places that Oreos are sold, or like big retailers and stuff like that. I don't actually know specifically where. I just know they're permanent. They are Toffee Crunch, toffee flavor cream with sugar crystals. That's what it said. Well, actually it says toffee flavor cream artificially flavored with sugar crystals, but you get the point. Okay. Ooh. Okay, they smell like a delicious toffee. I think the new game is going to be trying to guess what type of stuff the Oreos are. I'm guessing these are probably regular, but alright. Okay, so the flavor is nice. You definitely get a really good toffee flavor in the cream. It's a really good cookie overall, except I feel like this one also slightly misses the mark on what could have been. So it says that it's toffee flavored cream with sugar crystals, so there is like a tiny bit of texture to the cream. I think if instead of sugar crystals, they had made it chunks or pieces of toffee, it would have been out of this world, because I think that's what it was missing, was just that little extra kick of a crunch. It had a nice flavor, it was there, but there was something about it that made it, because it's called Toffee Crunch and it says it has sugar crystals, it made me miss what could have been. The flavor is really nice. I really enjoyed it. This pack will definitely get finished, like both will, like no worries there, but I do definitely wish they would have taken that extra step instead of doing sugar crystals to make it actual just pieces of toffee and then adding little pieces of like chocolatey crunch to the ultimate chocolate, because if it is the ultimate chocolate, you should make it ultimate. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Obviously this whole thing is just my personal opinion, so I'm very curious if you've tried either of these, what you think. But yeah, I mean, of the two, I definitely like the toffee better, but that's just because in and of itself, I would grab a piece of chocolate toffee before a piece of like dark chocolate cake or like double chocolate cake or something like that. But yeah. So I do feel the need to clarify that I do find both of these absolutely delicious. I think I may have just set my standards a little high on this one because of the names. Ultimate Chocolate and Toffee Crunch. I thought the Ultimate Chocolate would be like, holy crap, this is super chocolatey, and I thought the Toffee Crunch would have a crunch to it. So I just felt like it was slightly missing a little bit of both of those things. But either way, as it still stands, they're still both delicious Oreos. So, yeah. Okay, so if we're being real, this is definitely the two things that I was the most excited for. So if you don't know, Oreo Cakesters were a thing, I don't know what, like the early 2000s, and they ended up getting taken away at some point. I don't know exactly why, but Nabisco, Oreo decided to pull them, but they were absolutely fire and delicious. They were two little pieces of soft baked cake with Oreo cream on the inside. Absolutely delicious. And here we are in 2022. Nabisco has re-released Oreo Cakesters. Now, I'm sure, hopefully, these haven't been sitting around since the old ones were made, and these are fresh new ones. But they have also brought forth Nutter Butter Cakesters. So if you've never had a Nutter Butter, they are two sandwich cookies with peanut butter on the inside, and it's like a sweet, delicious peanut butter cookie. So we now have both of them to try, and I am so super excited. Now, I don't know if they have them in the original 2-packs, because let me open. You've always been able to buy them just like this, like in a pack of 2. And when I found them at Walmart, I found them in boxes of 5 2-packs. So I'll be sharing these with friends and family. But either way, I'm hoping, let me know if you've seen them just in the 2-packs like this. I'm very curious because I'm hoping they do have them just for sale, like registers and stuff like they used to, which is just like this. But I didn't see them that way at Walmart, and I figured I could, like I said, share with friends and family. So why not? So we're going to start with the Oreo Cakesters because I definitely did have those as a child. So I'm just going to taste them and see if they still taste like they did. And then we'll try the Nutter Butter for the very first time. Oh, they smell great already. So like I said, they may be a little more dense because they've been left in my car, and it is like 20 degrees outside the last time I checked, but that's my fault, not theirs. Oh no, those thawed out beautifully. They are perfect, they are delicious, they are soft, they are tasty. If you have never had an Oreo Cakester, or if you haven't had them since you were a kid, because obviously they haven't been around since most of us were kids, please do yourself a favor. Please do yourself a favor. But we also need to try these because, like, I may tell you that you need to find packs of both. So, like, let me try these first before you go make any rash decisions. I'm also going to need to eat words. I need to eat another bite because these are even better than I remembered. I feel like they also might be a little bit smaller than I remembered, but I could be wrong because, you know, it was a long time ago. I also can't help but notice that these have actually a rather short shelf life of May of 2022, so May of this year, and that means it's much shorter than I was expecting, so I actually kind of appreciate that as opposed to having a cake item that lasts for like 2 years. It only lasts for a few months. It's actually not awful. Okay, so the Nutter Butter Cakesters smell exactly like Nutter Butters. Look how sexy that is. That is sexy. I'm so excited. At work, occasionally we'll do chocolate-covered Nutter Butters. I work at a chocolate factory, if you don't know. My family owns a chocolate company. I'll link our wholesale company below, but occasionally we've done, just in a retail store, chocolate-covered Nutter Butters, and they're amazing. So, anyways, let's try. If you like Nutter Butters, if you like peanut butter, if you like cake, if you like peanut butter pie, if you like anything peanut butter cookie cake related, these are so good. These are so good. Yeah, I mean, they literally taste just like a Nutter Butter, but with cake instead of cookies. So the texture is different, but the flavor is very similar, Whereas with the Oreos, I do feel that the taste of the cookie cake part is a little bit different. I feel that the taste of this is almost exactly the same. It's just cake instead of a cookie texture. So I do find that interesting. But either way, both of these are absolutely freaking delicious. I think Nabisco was very smart in bringing them back. And I was actually just thinking about this as I was opening the boxes, in that Dunkaroos, if you aren't familiar, Dunkaroos is this branding, and then this is what original Dunkaroos look like. They're like the little cookie pieces that you dip in vanilla frosting icing. And they were very popular in the 90s and early 2000s. They went away in the United States. They were still sold in Canada, from what I understand. And then recently, last year, I believe in 2021 or maybe even late 2020, they were brought back out. And since then, they have obviously done pretty well. They now do chocolate Dunkaroos, which I'm pretty sure were also a thing in Canada, but not here in the US. And now they've got stuff like this coming out. And so I think a lot of other brands are taking the nod at that and realizing that so much of what was very popular in the 90s is trending right now. And so I'm sure that is why they decided to bring back Cakesters. But either way, I'm glad they did. It was a solid decision. They were absolutely delicious. In this video, I am very happy to say that everything was delicious. I can easily recommend everything in this video, even if I think that Oreo could have done a little bit better with the actual Oreo cookies themselves. That doesn't mean I don't think they're still delicious. So this was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to do another primarily Oreo dominated taste testing because I love Oreos. I don't really know many people that don't. So yeah, and I'm hoping if you clicked on this video, you probably like Oreos. But with that being said, I would love to know your personal favorite flavors of Oreos, whether they're permanent line or Oreos that were like limited edition that have come out over the years. Like I personally think the carrot cake is one of my favorite types of Oreos, and those are permanent collection. Those are delicious. Yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching. I am really excited and looking forward to that cookie and pancake video that I was telling you about, but I also have some other fun stuff in the mix coming up. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe to the channel because that helps me know that you like the video, helps you stick around for next time, it helps support me. I appreciate you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.